Welcome back, everyone, to more Standard on Arena with me, Autumn, aka Rainy the Witch, playing more Vivi Cauldron today on stream. The actual factual best deck in Standard. Been doing really well with it lately. I actually qualified for the Arena Championship on last weekend with this exact 75. So, love the 75. I think it feels really strong. If you want to have a guide on how to pilot this deck, how to navigate a few of the more major matchups in Standard, I've posted a Patreon article. I'll put the link up on screen real quick. So go check out the Patreon if you want access to a Vivi Cauldron guide, 4,500 words about how to play different matchups with the deck, how to build the deck, different thoughts on it. Might add more Vivi Cauldron content up there over the next week or two. Always worth being signed up to the Patreon. There's lots of good exclusive content that comes your way. Anyway, for those who don't know, Vivi Cauldron a deck all about Vivi and Cauldron. If you Cauldron your Vivi from the yard, all your creatures that have +1 counters make a lot of mana, which lets you cast a lot of stuff, which gives you lots of Proft counters, which gives you even more mana, and things kind of snowball pretty crazy. Outside of that, we have the old Mako, FOMO, Profts, Steamcore Scholar, Winternight Stories core that we saw back in the Oculus shells a few months ago. These cards are all so synergistic with each other and give you a really powerful beatdown plan in games where you aren't comboing. Very tough deck to fight, very tough deck to pilot too. Always a lot of fun though. Let's get into some games. So certainly a fine hand. Interaction into FOMO. Solid enough start. Nothing busted, but entirely fine. I have the Bastronaut. We're really looking to use this torch on like a Razorkin, if possible. I think I will use it on the Ember Heart though. Using it on the Ember Heart saves us a lot of life in the long run, right? Seems acceptable. Because we're going to be tapping out for a 2-drop next turn. Just want to use my torch up rather than doing nothing. Alright. Definitely casting a FOMO. Need to dig for our land drops. What are we discarding? That is a tricky question. So discarding Cauldron would get a rare type in the yard, but we should probably hold on to it for at least a turn or two in case we draw into a Vivi. Kind of want to keep hold of the FOMO since it's a backup thing we can do in a couple turns. Could discard this Winternight. I don't know that I'm casting the Winternight for a little bit, right? Kind of want to develop board presence more than anything at the moment. Makes sense. So having the Winternight in the yard means we can harmonize it more easily, which is good. Hey Avowen, hey Callie. Welcome, welcome. Land would have been strong. I guess Proft is good though. We are going to fire it off at least. Start growing this FOMO. Lands. Where are my lands? I think I'm not meant to attack. If I block, I get to block this Higher Claw. I think I need to just keep my life total safe at the moment. Because I have a lot of long game in hand. Need to stay alive. Uh-oh. That's pretty good. Not bad. It's also pretty good. Get to discard this Vivi, draw a land. Excellent. Thank goodness. Kinda priced into Marauding Mako. Yeah, indeed, Civ. Indeed. A rare occurrence, but I don't know what to pump. I kind of want to pump the FOMO. Make sure it doesn't die to a lightning strike. It's a little sad then if it dies to Scorching Shot though. I guess I pump Mako to like hedge around another shot. Because then at least the Mako would block the claw and save me some life. Well, so if I block here, they could burst lightning. That would be like, I guess it's only, I guess they could burst lightning plus pump, and that would be a bit sad, right? Then I'd lose my FOMO. Maybe I just don't block. Then they get to burst lightning my Mako, but maybe we get something good going even then. Because I get the FOMO double attack with Profts in play. Maybe it's pretty hard to kill them. It's not like impossible. Tricky one. Missing third land drop for so long has been a little rough. There's a Bastronaut or thing. Another Mako is actually weirdly good. Potentially. Do they have the lightning strike? Maybe I was meant to block. So awkward. I go to like put a counter on the Mako and then they lightning strike it and then I don't have an incredible amount going on. But I think I'm like pretty priced into this, right? Probably. Oh, they're burst lightning on Mako, but we still get the mana out of it, right? This works out really well. Yeah, my read on them having burst lightning in their turn worked out, which is good. Oh, thank you, Nor. I appreciate it. It's good to see you, by the way. Right. So we need to try and get them dead somehow. Oh, we could have cycled in response? Oh my god. I guess so. Yeah. Classic streamer moment, I guess. I guess I cast this. And then I do this. I do this. I discard 2. Gets me up to 3 mana. Do this. I think I kill them, right? I think I've drawn enough to kill them. 7, not quite. Still pretty good. So they take 7. And then we would put them to 2. So I guess we have to try and survive instead. So I should put counters here so that I get mana, I guess. It doesn't matter if I swing because they're dead next turn regardless, so I'd rather have the blocker. Then go for this. Discard this, I guess. Yeah, warp into Riddler, Winternight. Yeah, that's true. Good point. The Bastronaut's just never hitting me, right? Yeah. We got there anyway. Deck is hard, so many lines. Indeed. Playing the deck whilst streaming it and talking through lines for stream does not make it any easier either, I will say. There we go. Game 2. Oh yeah, warping Riddler with Winternight is like a 6 synergy. Riddler's like weirdly good at enabling combo lines sometimes. Oh my god, this hand kinda sucks. But I also really don't want to go to 5. Maybe I'm allowed to go to 5 with so many Riddlers in my deck. I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep. Just hope they don't have like too many 1-drops. Yeah, perfect draw, perfect draw. Perfect draw, perfect draw. I dare to keep a speculative 6. And draw exclusively bricks. So that's nice. I guess I could torch the Nemesis and cycle another one. Yep. Well, if we're unable to scream, we're actually like potentially fine. Indeed, indeed. Good draw. We were very overdue a good draw. It must be said. Alright. Boop. Get out of here, Bastronaut. Playing Riddler ends the game quicker. It's not clear that it does though. Scholar could find something cheaper. I don't want to play Scholar. Let's go for it. Find something cheap to do. Or not. If I discard 2, then Riddler draws 2, right? Is worse specifically into them top decking a Nemesis? Huh? Quite the hand we have right now. Quite the hand. See how this Magebane Lizard works out, I guess. Kinda just want to cast a Riddler. Cast one from hand to get our hand size down, potentially. Strange, strange world. Anyone up? Posing riddles? Indeed, indeed. Kinda can't believe I won this game. I guess it's not over yet. It's true that it is not over yet. But it's looking like decently promising. I guess if I block with a Riddler and they have a deal 5, the Riddler dies. Probably acceptable there. If they have the specifically Obliterating Bolt, it's better to block with the Scholar. I guess they can pump this anyway though. I guess Lightning Strike would kill Riddler if I block with it too. Then I don't know. Kind of like having this Vigilance creature. Kind of don't care if they spend a burn spell to kill the Riddler. Feels like the game is then very hard to lose. Yeah, Riddler into Stories can still give me lethal anyway. True. True. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, that seems pretty good, right? Hi, Jenny. Hi, Ren. Yeah, this is now lethal, I believe. It's true. What a strange, strange game. Discard 2 cards at random, whatever. Fire off this. And then Scholar is lethal. Let's go. Easy 2-0 against Mono Red, despite our horrendous 6-card hand that game. Thank you, Magebane Lizard. Magebane Lizard was playing for us. Classic Magebane. I offer coaching. I am a Pro Tour champion, 3-time Pro Tour top 4 competitor, back-to-back Nationals champion, bunch of other accolades. I like to think I'm pretty good at this game. I'm pretty good at teaching it. Reach out if you'd like to up your standard game. And I have a Patreon where you can find a guide to the very same VV list you're watching right now that qualified me for the Arena Championship. So you know it's a good list and there are some good plans behind it. Definitely worth signing up to support me and get some sick exclusive content in the process. I guess I'm going to keep this on 6. It's like a little bit speculative, but that's the nature of 6s, right? Probably better than a 5. A lot of cards we can draw to make it good. Okay. I'm playing Lana Elf, certainly helps, potentially. Probably just remove that. Boop. Oh, should I have a resume? I think my coaching document has some of my, like, quote-unquote resume on it. For what it's worth. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I can't remember. God, drawing a land that turn would have been... This turn would have been so insane. Instead, we do things the wrong way around. Great. Callie! Thank you for the nice -1 months of support. Appreciate you. Alright, they're missing a land too. All's fair. I don't want to run out this Vivi before Winternighting. Vivi sounds like pretty appealing right now, right? They're missing land drops. We can start generating a bunch of mana. Kind of awkward into like specifically Bushwhack, but then there's a Vivi in the yard. I don't know. I guess they miss a land drop by playing out the Vivi. Yeah. It's kind of close. If they'd have Bushwhack, they'd have found a land, right? Let's do it. Very strange game. Both our decks are being slightly non-compliant. Oh, the Bailoffs. They sure do be frenzied. Wish I could play that out, but you know. Fine. Wow, the punish is real. 1, 2. If I discard 2, I can fire off another Winternight from the yard. It's not bad. Right, because this becomes free. If I discard Soulstone. Oh, maybe Soulstone's pretty good. Discard Island and... The Mako's so nice. It scales so quickly here. When we get it down next turn. Getting rid of any non-creatures with Vivi literally in play feels a bit sus. Yeah, I'm really unsure if we're meant to discard Mako there or something else, but anyway, this is good, right? Oh yes, I could harmonize. I could also just cast a Soul Cauldron. And then I get to fire off an activation this turn and start growing my critters. Start growing my Vivi. I think I'd have overprotect. I'd rather block with my Mako almost. Then I'd have to grow the Mako. That sounds fine. I wonder if I'm ever allowed to just not attack. I'm kind of just like outscaling them. I can just be really like overly cautious. Yeah. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Mono green. Alright. I believe you need the... Oh yeah, I'm fine with overprotect because of Cauldron. True. Yeah, because Vivi dies and then we just... Yep. Yeah, so we attack Mako and just hold back Vivi and don't care what happens to it. Either we have a huge Vivi and we win, or the Vivi dies and we win. Alright. Being Flood Maw is not ideal against Ladder Elves decks, necessarily. Kind of want Torches and Obolts. Kind of want this Barrage. How many Unables do I want? I'm really worried about over-indexing on removal spells against the Paw Patch Recruit deck. Unable to Scream is also kind of awkward into Ouroboros too. I feel like the combo is quite important. Because of Paw Patch Recruit and Surak. Those cards make me quite inclined to be able to combo. Do I want any Riddlers? Yeah, this is the singular deck where you miss Fire Magic, it's true. Although it's not clear to me if Fire Magic's needed. I think the matchup's probably still fine. Even without it. Maybe a couple Flood Maws. I don't know how many Riddlers I want. I feel like 1 or 2 is not like a terrible idea. You have to bounce Ouroboros, it's nice, but like bouncing anything else when Recruit's on board is just so heinous. This is notably one of the like matchups I've not played very much, so we're learning. This is a learning experience, chat. Hand's so close to really good. I don't think I'm allowed to keep it on the draw. Feels like no removal spells and no discard outlet and no profts. Like the second Riddler's kind of dead, although that doesn't super matter. I think this is like really close. I think it's probably a mulligan on the draw specifically. I guess this is a very disappointing keep. No elf, thank goodness. And a Mako on top is actually pretty nice. Makes this Winternight a lot more exciting. Means next turn we can go like Bolt Mako, and then the turn after Winternight starts growing the Mako. Yep. A little bit worried that if I like answer this, they get to untap and Ouroboros me, which would suck. Ouroboros continuing to be the best card in their deck, but I think it's slightly illegal for me not to use my mana and try and develop in some meaningful way. Yeah. Horrifying. I hate playing against Ouroboros so much. What a miserable card. What am I discarding? Maybe it has to be Riddler? Like Riddler Torch? Might give me the best chance at winning from here. I feel like we don't have the luxury of having Riddler to fall back on this game. Interesting. Or it's going to be growing, I guess. They don't have any other creatures, though, so... kind of curious. Mm-hmm. I worry they have interaction open for the Soul Cauldron. It's certainly not be ideal. To word it somewhat lightly. It's a 7/7, hit them for 7 and play a chump blocker. Alright. Goodbye, Profts. You will be missed. Oh boy. Yeah. So I don't have any bounce effects for this. Back from too busy. Good to see you. I'm Rainy. It's going pretty good, Jamara. Nice to see you. Hope you've been well. I feel like my opponent probably has the interaction for this, but you know. It be what it be. Well, put the counter here, I suppose. And then make a lot of mana, cast a Vivi. Activate a Soulstone. Also, thank you for the resub, Jamar. I was a little bit distracted by everything happening right now, but I appreciate that resub a whole bunch. So attacking's fairly pointless. I guess I say go. And hope I don't die. The block 2. Oh, this has... no, it doesn't have trample. It has a reach. Okay. Yeah, this is quite the busy board. It is true. No, my Soul Cauldron. Oh, my FOMO. That's also pretty bad for me. Land's actually slightly brutal. Makes it so much less likely that our Riddler gets the draw for us here. I have to draw something real nice. That potentially qualifies. Any matchups worse than the mirror so far? I think Simic Omniscience is like an actively bad matchup. I haven't really found any other matchups I feel unfavored in though. I do think the Simic Omniscience matchup kind of stinks. I think the Battle Crier matchup's like really close. New second Cauldron's leg, actually not bad. So we have another Vivi in the yard. I could go make... Well, I could exile a non-Vivi creature. The counter on the free. Make 14 mana. Oh. Cast a new Cauldron. Why not exile second Vivi? Because I want a... I guess I could just legend rule the Cauldrons. Maybe that's better. I don't know. Both of them are like really good for us, notably, but... Alright, so we have the ability to present 2 lethal creatures. It depends what their final card is, but it doesn't seem to be much of anything based on what they've been doing. Yeah, maybe it was better just to legend rule the Cauldrons. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, you do get 2 activations. I am aware. Yeah, I should maybe have done that. I think I agree with you that the extra counter was not worth it compared to stacking up like that. Fortunately, it's probably not going to matter too much. Oh boy, a Quantum Riddler. Quite the magical card. I guess we attack both. And feel sad if they have an instant speed fight effect. Let's go! Can't believe we won that game. What a sweet deck. We did in fact do both of those things, so. So I believe we are forced to keep these 5 cards. The question is Winternight or Mountain? It's really tricky. Because Winternight kind of ensures that this hand's just never gonna brick. Whereas Mountain ensures we get to guarantee go Profts into Steamcore Scholar. I think I like probably prefer the assured curve out. Well, obviously keeping a Winterlight's really nice too. Always greed. Yeah, this is definitely the less greedy line, it's true. Well, rewarded, etc. Rewarded. Are they on the 4 color? Jeskai Black? Oh, not. I sure hope not. I think the Jeskai Black matchup is really good. It's just like such a slog. Well, cool. Rewarding. We are feeling pretty good for having Profts in play. I think Proft is like the single most important card against them. So. Jeskai Black is unplayable. True. Most accurate statement I've ever heard. Oh, my Steamcore Scholar. Heartbreaking. Maybe I'm not meant to play the land first. If they no more lies me, I want to Thundering Falls. Jeskai Bunnicorn, wow. I haven't seen Bunnicorn in a minute. I love that card. Bunnicorn is quite the friend. Yike. That's pretty good for them. I will admit I'm starting to feel slightly behind. I'm a little bit worried about this getting normalized. Maybe the sequencing is slightly sus, but for that exact reason. I really need to learn not to open my mouth. Sophia, thank you for the 40 months of support. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, I think the sequencing was bad. I kind of pointed that out before that happened. It was so dead. The first time I've lost to control, game 1 to control on stream in a while, I feel like. We'll have to pack it up now. Imagine Shiko is like the one deck against which we're going to regret having Negate instead of second Disdainful. In our sideboard. Can't imagine I want to flood more that thing. Okay, kind of just want to cycle this, I think. Yeah, this is the first Shiko I've seen in a minute. It used to be so popular. Really fallen off. Alright, they only have 6 cards in hand. Make that 7. Yeah, the Shiko is pretty impressive, I agree. Hard to deny that. Though we're already pretty far behind when it hit the table. Alright. Looks like we're getting a double normalized. For the thing. Hold the mountain as discard fodder, I guess. I guess this could hit Winternight, so I should just go ahead and play it. We have 1 left in the deck. No, my Mako! Sure. I'm gonna save these maps. I don't really want them to know that I have Riddler on top particularly, although making this 4 toughness would be nice against Lightning Helix specifically, I suppose. Let me see. Let me see. The old 5 mana stock up. Well, I guess we hope they don't have the counter. Somehow. Hey, Kenneth. Yeah, we're back for a little bit. Interesting. Yeah, we might be losing game 1 to the terrible Jeskai deck, unfortunately. We shall see. Why not bargain? Oh yeah, I could have sacked a map, that's true. It's true. Fair point. I mean, they're through 3 copies of No More Lies. I think I'm allowed to jam, right? You can try and set up Delirium. Ah! I'm so grumpy. Now dead to Lightning Helix, I suppose. It's not quite. We got a 4. But... Cauldron Waiting Room, pretty much. I mean, we're through all 4 copies of Winternight is the problem. It's a little bit hard for Cauldron to see respecting No More Lies more. I think the one earlier in the game I should have respected more. I said as much when I put the spell on the stack. Like, when I put the spell on the stack, I literally said, oh, wait, I should not have done that. It's the thing I would not have done if I were not playing on stream. And thus playing a lot faster than I usually would, and talking things through the whole time. I do agree, though, that that one I should have respected. I think that last one I'm not meant to respect, because they've already cast 3 copies of the card. And I'm astronomically far behind and need to do everything in my power to catch up. Oh, nice. So glad the list is treating you well, Kenneth. How are you? Games 2 and 3 are a walk in the park. They will certainly be easier. It's true. Don't think I'm allowed to keep that. I'm definitely allowed to keep this. I want to put Vivi on the bottom. Is that acceptable? Like, the Vivi is kind of nice, but I think missing my land drops is pretty illegal, and all 3 of these other spells are really good. I guess I'm going to play around Annul. I think the Proft is too important to run it into Annul for no good reason. I guess at the very least this triggers our Mako. It's kind of inefficient. But... yeah, I'll probably keep it. Alright, go ahead and Annul. Yeah. Get out of here. What's that? Horrific. Okay, that's good at least. Am I gonna Lightning Helix me? Yep. Alright, please don't have it. Oh my god, thank goodness. Such a big relief. Since they have had nothing, I could discard Stories and fire it off post-combat. Could also just discard Vivi Island. Yeah, they aren't getting priority. Yeah. Yeah, I'm aware. Because I just got 2 VVs. I worry about having no creature then. They untap and answer this. Alright, if I wait, I can use this to trigger Vivi and enable Proft, but I kind of want to cast this whilst the coast is clear, I think. And just go, like, exceptionally plus on cardboard. Yeah, that was a nice turn, I agree. This is a bit of a less exciting turn. God, I'm so scared of Ultima. I guess if I was to just cast Cauldron, then I could activate Sanctuary in their end step. Then I'm missing out on triggering my Vivi of the Cauldron. Yes, this is fine. Right, need to find some more card advantage, but things could be going a lot worse. Huh? Do you know what are any advances in my deck to that card? Other than like a single copy of Broadside? Huh. Alright. Still get the counter, which is honestly like kind of the most important thing. That's both these creatures rumble. Now they're kind of forced to cast a sweeper if they have one. Yep. Game, it's not a spell pierce. Priority. Fascinating. Having this in play makes Shiko a lot less relevant. They kind of have to remove it if they want to play that card. I wonder if the Vivi I cast on the turn before Day of Judgment was overcommitting. Kinda terrified about them just making tons of spirits. We brought in Annul for like a Ghost Vacuum, Rediscover the Way. I guess High Noon and Rip probably aren't in their Shiko deck, but I think there were probably enough relevant targets, and that it was probably better than a Flood Maw that we boarded out. Alright, I can't activate this because I need to eat whatever they target so they don't get a bunch of spirits. Or as many spirits, that's a very good card. Wish there had been one higher, but you know. I guess I will eat it in response. Eating their card draw. Yeah, maybe I should have. I figured they had 2 stock ups in yard and I wanted to fight over the... I was really worried they'd target my Steamcore Scholar. But maybe they were just going to hold this open out of fear of me setting up VV nonsense somehow. God, we really need this to resolve. I'm so worried that it won't. Oh no, opponent, please. If we just hit this one turn earlier, I would be feeling so comfy this game. Instead, we are dead by the looks of things. Apparently, I should have a Abrade in against them if they're boarding this in, huh? We need so much to go right to win from here. Oh. Card sure is filling up, but this is a good board I have now. Any of the one Vivi ability. Guess we're gonna post-combat a bunch of stuff, right? Oh, I could, Guess what I could do. The counter on this. Use the Vivi ability. Pay for the No More Lies. No, we want to use Cauldron. We need a counter on Scholar, right? Kind of a shame that I can't have Negate open, right? Because I think I've already played my land this turn, question mark? I guess I can't quite remember. Have I played a land this turn, chat? Can anyone remember? I have not played a land. I should probably try and dig for one for Negate then. In that case. Because I don't think Spell Pierce is accomplishing anything. Damn, I don't get to do it. That's so sad. So I guess they have the sweeper, I lose? Yeah, discard the Negate now. Makes sense, I guess. Oh my god. Alright. Please be good enough. Please brick for a turn opponent. I guess they get to make a Riddler with their vacuum. Maybe I did want keep Spell Pierce. Because now they can draw into a sweeper of Riddler. I don't know. Alright. Vivi makes 2 mana. Hey Alex, good to see you. That is not a sweeper. And they can only probably cast one more spell this turn. Alright, that does gain them some life. So now we have to see if we can set up lethal, I guess. I assume we can with FOMO extra term. So Vivi deck looks pretty solid. I agree. I agree with that assessment. Oh my god, you're being very rude, MTG player. Bad vibes. Yeah, the slam counters on Scholar. I agree. That sounds pretty phenomenal. I feel like being rude to a mod is like the easiest way for me to kick someone from this channel. If any of the new cards catch my eye, I try not to think about them as much as possible. I have 11 cards left. I should be a little careful. Especially since I already have lethal, you know. I'm just kind of enjoying myself, I don't know. This is probably enough, right? Boop. More card draw. More. Oh, we've seen so many Abrade targets. I should probably have Abrade in. I didn't see a Sheikah Wool game. Am I ever meant to take Broadside out? It seems kind of crazy, but... Let's just take the Annul out where it's kind of situational. Now we have 2 at raids for the things it's targeting anyway. Do like this. This answers Clarion anyway, right? Yeah. This seems good. Game 3. Let's go. I don't love this hand. I feel like it's still a keep, but I do not love it. Mostly I'm worried they're going to counter my FOMO, untap, and stock up, but I don't have the land drops to allow me to hold open Spell Pierce this turn. Because if I hold open Spell Pierce and I miss land, I just lose the game. Yeah, the deck is very cool. Regardless of, like, anything else. I can't deny that the Vivi deck is, like, exceptionally cool. In its own messed up way, you know. It's possible it was illegal to keep this with 2 Winternights also in hand, but... Oh yeah, the mirror is like a lot of fun, even if it breaks my brain a bit. I want to discard these at some point. I just don't think the answer is yet. Because Winternight discards the VV so much better anyway, right? Ah, they only have a single blue. That's nice for me. Impulse has gone on the stack. They continue to brick on blue sources. Yeah, that makes sense, kind of. That makes sense. Pretty reasonable. Oh boy, do I want another land drop. Am I holding open Spell Pierce? Probably not. Kinda want a second critter in play. Pretty badly. Feels like Spell Pierce doesn't do very much when they're about to have 6 lands. And they're like very constricted on blue mana. I just cast a Vivi. Yeah. Gotta develop a threat at some point. Where the Proft triggers the Vivi. Or the Helix the Vivi, and that's completely fine. Feels weird taking the play that doesn't develop my lands. I feel like this Vivi is going to grow a bunch, or they're forced to sweep it, and that's also amazing news. Kind of win-win. They shocked themselves. Oh, because they want to play around Spell Pierce. Okay. Maybe. Maybe my read was wrong. Who's to say? I don't want to keep Abrade, but maybe I shouldn't. I'm a little bit worried about like Riverpyre coming down at some point. I guess I maybe don't need 2 Winternights in Winternight in hand and 1 in the yard and a Riddler in hand. I can maybe just discard Winternight. Can we just discard Pierce? Yeah, maybe we were meant to. Oh, this is getting annulled. Negated, sure. Well, this is looking alright for us. So now we're probably discarding the Pierce. Yeah, Warp user Winternights from the yard. That's probably the best line, I agree. Definitely agree with you on that being the line. Try and hit these land drops at some point. Maybe playing out Mako is like overcommitting. I feel like if they sweep me there, that means they only have 1 card left. Probably acceptable. They're also through 2 sweepers. Alright. Fire off this. Yeah, the Riddler hiding itself for late is so messed up. $12 in yard, now 13, so we don't quite die to Riverpyre yet. Just try and present lethal. Oh, I probably meant to discard 2 for Riddler purposes. I'm kind of speeding through this, because I feel like me tanking on every single decision here would be very boring for stream content. But it is true that this turn could have been like very slightly optimized better. Anyway, doesn't seem like it is going to matter. Lol, Cauldron. Indeed. New mountain goats in November. Wait, really? I didn't hear about this. Hell yeah. I am excited about that now. There's a 4,500 word guide to Vivi Cauldron over on my Patreon that covers a lot of major matchups, how to sideboard in them, how I personally approach the matchups, and such. Definitely worth giving a look if you enjoy playing this Vivi Cauldron deck and want to win with it. I think it is quite good content. Go check it out. Yes, I'm going to be saying that like every half hour for the next week on stream. I put a lot of work into the guide. I worry that doing this leaves me like slightly cold to Razorkin. Oh hum. This hand is not working out, huh? Yeah. It's a Razorkin. I mean, they don't have actual red mana, which is nice. I stand corrected. Grumble. Alright. I do not often lose to mono red. This might be one of the times, though. Might be one of the times. Need to hope this Riddler stops them ever attacking. Draw a card, draw and lands. Indeed. And VVs. VVs are also part of the losing strategy. That's a pretty good card, I will say. We will probably be casting it next upkeep. Also a pretty good card. Alright. This is not like unwinnable. It's pretty rough, but it's not unwinnable. We just need that hand to suck. They're gonna Scorching Shot my Riddler. I mean, it's not going in my face, so that's nice. At least. Yeah, definitely upkeep, stop, save a life. Save a life, save a rainy. Could cycle this, could also just hold open Flood Maw. Yeah, probably need to hold open Flood Maw. I'm inclined to agree, I think. Even if I don't love it. Oh. Alright. Get him with the Soulstone. Watch as it potentially dies. The best Soulstone I've ever activated in my life, I'm gonna be honest. You don't get Soulstone Sanctuaries that good that often. Oh boy. I don't know if I'm allowed to keep this. It is a creature, but... thanks for the congrats, Moto. Did you end up getting that? Sounds like you played an awful lot of matches, but I don't know if you got there or not based on that. Oh boy. Oh, almost queued. Oh, sorry you didn't get there in the end. Yeah, I can't wait for the format to get shaken up. Oh, you did queue. Nice. Nice. That's amazing. Great job. Opponent insta-scoops out of embarrassment. Yeah, I can't read more. Reading is really hard. Yeah, it should be sick. I'm very excited for the Arena Championship. It's my first time qualifying for an AC. That was a great bad burst into exile your top deck win. Yeah, it was phenomenal. kind of impeccable, honestly. That sounds pretty nice. No 1-mana removal, but can't have it all, I guess. Can't complain about this hand. I want to get the FOMO down to grow this out of Hellkite range and just have a bunch of good blockers. Save Obolt for something a little bit more threatening. Okay. Mako can block Claw. Oh, they missed land roll. That's so good for me. Kind of insane for me. Am I discarding 2? I kind of want to discard 1 once in my life. Normally I would like snap discard 2. But with no other card flow in hand, I think discarding 1's pretty nice. Ensure we keep hitting our land drops when we do find card flow in a couple turns. Like, alright, the Bastronauts are going to be online. Oh. Just that easy, huh? I don't know at what point this Mako is meant to start attacking. Probably not yet. Alright, Unable to Scream's very good against that. So we trade a Scholar for a Bastronaut. Seems pretty acceptable. Wait until they deal with your board. You deal with their board. Yeah, I do feel like some games you're meant to start racing them. But it doesn't feel like this is one of those games. I do agree. Maybe now. Oh my god, they messed up assigning damage. Opponent. Opponent, what are you doing? What are you doing, my friend? Oh my goodness. Poor opponent. Save the instant or save the deal for? Eternal question. I kind of want to save the instant. Also, I probably should have played out Island at some point. For sun spying reasons. Save the Vault for Magebane, yeah. Alright. Well, start swinging. 2-turn clock. I just want to block, but I can also race this pretty convincingly, I guess. Maybe I just don't care. Maybe I just take the hit. I feel like if I block, I probably win the long game. I also feel like if I don't block, I probably race them, so... Who's to say? Well, if I knew I was drawing that. Ho hum. Yeah, that's true. I could have done that, Chief. I was considering that as an option. Oh boy. That's pretty annoying. I'm glad I'm not trying to erase this Nemesis now, although obviously we need to draw something if we're gonna erase this Hellkite. Does not really count as something. God, it's such a beat. If I killed the Nemesis a little bit ago, then we'd only need one card draw to kill them next time. If I had like O-bolted the Screamed Nemesis. What a phrase. Alright, I'm on 6. Sure thing. Exceptional draw, by the way. That sure is a blocker. Yeah, I would have thought Hellkite was a cut just because it's slow more than anything, but... I guess sometimes it can ping Mako. That's kind of rare, though, I imagine. Alright, we got the 4-0 on the day. Yeah, let's go. You always cut Sunspine, Hellkite, and one mountain. Bring in Magebane, Abrade, Vengeful Obol. Yeah, that sounds good. I haven't seen anyone.